from a couple of days ago that said people in Silicon Valley are being told, hey, there's something going on with Silicon Valley Bank, which is a huge investment bank. And you really got to get your money out of there. And so some people started, and then kind of became a run on the bank, and the bank needed to get some extra financing. Nobody wanted to step up, so that bank looks like it's going down, and now it is spreading to 4 other banks. How much do we need to worry about this, Carol?
So I would say, like anything else, you want to not panic, but be prepared for potential contagion in the financial services arena. Silicon Valley Bank is, by bank standards, a smaller bank, but it is not a small bank. The Financial Times just reported that now that it's closed, and all of this, by the way, is happening real time. So this is real time information that we're unpacking here. That is the second largest bank failure in U.S. history, per the Financial Times, after the 2008 collapse of Washington Mutual. And this basically, even though it had been put in motion by the Fed over the past couple of years, really came undone in a very short period of time. And, same as it ever was with the Fed, there is a great consolidation that happens from their policy. The small players become weaker based on the back of their policy, and it ends up benefiting and consolidating with the bigger players. So now, that's kind of what we have going on here.
I understand that the FDIC has created a deposit insurance national bank. What does that mean? That they're just guaranteeing the money for everybody who had money there?
Okay, so basically a couple things that we should, again, unpack here. So from Bloomberg, they are saying that at Silicon Valley Bank, north of 93% of their deposits were not insured. So they did not qualify for the FDIC because of the size of the deposit or for whatever reason. And that's one of the reasons why there was so much panic when there was, the communication that they were having liquidity issues. A number of
double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Gms that rule well. Peace and salutations to the brothers on the 4 corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. I am Brother Monat Zach once again with another short video, and as that video that was playing in the beginning state, another one of Babylon's financial institutions closed down. Now, what the lady said in the video, if you missed it, is that it is a smaller bank, but it's not a small bank. You understand? So get this right. It's a smaller bank in terms of, maybe it's not one of the big players, but it's a big bank concerning the type of money it have moving through it, or the type of companies they have invested into it. Yeah. And even so, right, what going on now with the whole closing of the bank, you know what I'm saying? People are panicking. Understand? She said 93% of the clients didn't have the money insured. So that is what she meant when she said the smaller ones will get nothing, and the bigger, as we know, the 1%ers, the so-called elites, they is the ones who are going to have the insurance money paid to them, so them will gain as per usual, as per usual. Yeah, and I mean, it serves them right, because why they trust in the system. I'm gonna get my favorite precept for this year so far, right? There's Isaiah 30:1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, say the Most High, I take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." Yeah, you understand? He said, woe to the rebellious children. You understand? But I'll come back to that. Verse 2. It says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Yeah, we say to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So they trusting in these financial institutions and what's going on? Now they're panicking, yeah? Now they're blatantly panicking. You understand? But let me go to this rebellious children. Now we all grew up with that saying, you understand? And here's what he's saying is. So like yeah, here's what he's saying is. I'll get this in 1 Samuel 15 and 3. And it's Samuel 15 and 3. So let me check 2 Samuel. That's not the precept I wanted. So like yeah. You know what? I'll just get it here. Because I really want this to come out. Oh, Salakia 15:23. Okay, I see the folly I did there. Yeah. Alright, 1 Samuel 15 and verse 23 it says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. Yeah. It's a woe to the rebellious children. You understand? So what? So therefore the recompense for the sin of rebellion will be as what? The recompense. You understand? It will be the same as the recompense for the sin of witchcraft, which is death. Yeah? Right? And stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Both are also sins unto death. Well, idolatry is a sin unto death, yeah? Because thou hast rejected the word of the Most High, he hath also rejected thee from being king. Now, what one might say, hey, he talking to Saul, you know. However, remember, we as the nation now have become a priesthood. We are all become kings, yeah. So therefore, this precept, you understand, goes for even now. If you reject the word of the Most High, he will reject you from being king. He will reject you from being an elect. You know, and to the ones that trust in the shadow of Egypt, they rebel against the Most High. So they will be counted as what committing the sin of witchcraft. You know? You understand? Because as we was reading, let me read it over. Let me get it back. Isaiah 30 and 1. Right, he says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Most High, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Yeah, because why they trust in the shadow of Egypt, you understand? Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Yeah, because now they're panicking, want to know where we money gone. You understand? Just recent, I don't want to say as recent, I can't remember how long it's been, but recently enough to be relevant, because in the video before I started bringing up precepts, they was talking about 2008 with the Bank of Washington, or went with the Bank of America recently. You understand? We went with the Bank of America recently. So now we find more and more, you understand, financial institutions having glitches, having hiccups. Yeah? And you people trust in the system. And this is why the Most High say, you know what I mean, destruction unto you. Because you trust them with your earnings, with your so-called money. Yeah? So we're going to go on when they bring out the M.O.T.E. You're going to trust them with that too? Let me read over what you said, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be ashamed, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. You understand? Because when you think you're doing yourself a good, you're really damning your soul. You know? Because why? You trust in the shadow of Egypt. Yeah? You trust in Babylon, you trust in the system. And that is where you're going to fail. That is where you're going to be confused. It's Romans 8:28, it says, and we know that all things work together for good. All things work together for good, that for them that love power, to them that are called to his purpose. You understand? All things work for our good. So like all things work together for good, to them that love the Most High. You understand? And to them that are called according to his purpose. You understand? That is why we don't worry, that is why we don't fret, because he said, well, his servants will eat, while the people, the ones who trust in Egypt, will starve. So while you're worried about all your money, we worry about the spiritual penny, we salvation. That's what we worry about. That is all we're concerned about. Yes, we're going to work, and yes, we're going to make money just to survive and get by this wasteland of our life, but in the long run, we're here to serve the Most High, and that is what we're doing. You know, because all things will work together for us, because we don't trust in the financial institutions, we trust in the Most High. You understand? Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Yeah? I'm going to end with this precept here. This is soon becoming my second most favorite precept for the year. You know? The second is just 6:22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Suddenly, the places where you sow will appear unsown, meaning what? It will not bear anything. It will have nothing to reap from those areas. So all the investments they make into this Silicon Valley Bank, which is like the major technological area in America. They does design all the, all the big technology companies are, if I'm not mistaken, really had a headquarters in Silicon Valley. Yeah. So if the bank of Silicon Valley going down, what do you think going to go on with those companies? You know? And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly, so like the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Yeah. Suddenly you wake up one morning, all the investments gone. Look at Bolt. Look at Usain Bolt. You know? He probably crashed, you know. And you know what? I would say Kalalal Wahawadla Yao Bajem Yoshai, Bashem Kwakadash. Double honors once again to the elders and apostles of Gms.S.O.T.E that rule well. Peace and salutations to the brothers and the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, abiding in the law as best they could, you know, and really putting in that work for we spiritual penny, you know. Once again, it's your brother Manat Zak saying Shalom.